to the Acushnet Historical Commission meeting for June 21st, 6:30 here at the Town Hall Meeting Room. May I have a motion to open the meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, so we have the minutes here from the May 17th meeting. If you could just kind of go over those, see if you're okay. I don't know if they got out there today to cut the grass at Mendel and Perry Hill Road, because I talked to Jim this morning, and I mentioned to him, he said the boys are going to be out cutting grass today. So I said, well, I hope they go over there and cut it, because it's looking terrible. And I said, there's no sense us going over there with weed whackers to weed whack, because it's so high. Not making any sense anymore. Okay, so may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, under new business, I was able to get a picture of the Perry Hill School from Gary at Country Hardware, but it was old. And he is so cute. He has it hidden on the wall behind the shelves with all this stuff on it. And there was 2 pictures back there in frames. You would have never, ever found them. But he got them out, and he gave them to me. I brought them home. I tried to make copies of them. Very difficult. Very, very difficult. In fact, I ended up, I got it on my phone, but they're not very clear. So that's why I'm hoping to get a better picture from someone. You know, I even went to the newspaper in Fairhaven, and she even put an article in the paper that we were looking for a picture.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw it? Good. And still nothing. I mean, somebody has got to have a picture. It's got to be around somewhere. Come on, warm up. I just want to show you the
Sorry,
pictures.
Pauline, is before my time.
Way before mine too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But
Hello, Moto.
come on. Okay. All right. This is one picture. I got 2 of them, and this is the second picture. So you can look at them of the school. One was, I guess, the first school, and then when they rebuilt it, but I don't know which is which, because there was no dates to tell us. So I don't know. They almost look like the Perry Hill Church.
Yeah.
The style and everything. So I increased the size of them, and I do have it in frames that'll go upstairs to hang on that wall. Yeah, so best I could find. If I get a better picture, then I'll
I
try.
don't know, this one has 3 windows on the side, that one only has 2, so.
Yeah, one is the original one, and one is the newer one.
I'd
But
say
I don't know which is which.
If I was rebuilding, I'd put more windows in, so.
Well, like the church has got what, 3 on each side? 3 of the long windows?
Well, this has
I think
got
it's
3
just 3.
in one set.
That's why I say it looks so similar to the church. You're right, yeah, it does. That one's got 3, and this one's only got 2. So there's the picture of what I was showing you. See, that's disgusting. And this is the way it looked in 1903, when 1903, when the sign originally went up. And it shows that's another thing I've tried to get a picture of the meeting house that used to be over here. Nobody knows anything about it. And I have not been able to get a picture anywhere. That's why my friend Jerry Reed, she took a walk up the Parting Ways. She spotted this sign. She went home, got her camera, took a picture, came back, and told me, Pauline, I found your sign. I said, what are you talking about? She brought it to the house for me to see. I said, oh my God, it was right in front of me all this time. I've walked by it a zillion times, never noticed it.
Didn't Eddie Macama make that sign?
He could have. He could have.
But I want to say that sign was made when that building got repaired. That wasn't the original sign.
No, that was never there when I went to school there.
Joyce Reynolds and Charlotte Catino might know more about it.
I
They
could
were-
call,
they
I
were
could
on
call
the-
Joyce. But I should have brought the picture that I found in the album at the museum. It was Irwin, Charlotte Catino, and you know something? I think Ralph Macamo was in that picture. I bet he was the one that made it.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, because his picture was in there.
Ralph or Eddie.
But there was a couple other people there that I don't know.
Too
So
bad you should
I
have
have to
brought
go
the
way
picture,
back.
because Richard probably would have knew who it was.
Yeah, I should have brought the picture down it. Yeah, so, I mean, what a
I'm trying to
shame.
think who was on that. When Charlotte.
It was,
Did you know her husband
Rustin
passed away?
Connie.
I saw it in the.
We didn't know until after the fact, though. We would have went to the funeral parlor, but it wasn't in the paper.
You know, I found it on the computer, on the Rock Funeral Home.
well,
I was
we
searching
did
for
after.
somebody else.
This is after the fact.
This was
that's
after
what I
the
did.
fact when we noticed it.
Yeah, yeah.
She went in church and she told Richard he had passed. But we figured it'd be a few days before the wake, and
Yeah.
when we learned it was too
No,
late.
because he died on what, the Thursday, Friday? They had the showing on the Sunday, the funeral was Monday.
Yeah,
It was kind of fast. Yeah, it was kind of fast.
But we didn't know, because we would have went, because we've known him for years.
Oh, I
It
know.
was the other one on the committee, the one that just passed, a middle road. What's her name? Connie Preston.
Connie Preston, I think she was in that picture
Yeah,
too.
yeah. See, that was all when they rebuilt that building, when they remodeled it.
So Joyce was still on the committee then, because remember there was a big squabble about the safe being added onto the back of the building?
Right.
Joyce was totally against it.
Yeah.
But they did it anyways.
Well, because they tried to keep that building original, and then they,
Yeah.
but I know times change and you have to change with it.
Well, that's the problem too, yeah. So anyways, yeah, I'm in the process of making the pictures for the wall on the second floor. That's gonna be very interesting when we get them all put up, because, like I said, I've been working on these pictures for
But
weeks
really,
now.
now who's gonna see them unless you go up there?
Well, the finance committee's up there, the veteran agent's still up there, and then there'll be the 3 small offices for the selectmen. Or they can residents got questions or anything like that, they can meet with them.
Now, is it a hallway wall or is it
Oh, it's a big
offices?
hallway wall.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so you
yeah,
could-
it's a
You could
lo-
really go up and look at them if you wanted.
Oh, yeah, you can go up the stairs. In fact, if you want to go look at them before we leave, we can go upstairs and look at them.
And they've already started it?
I haven't started them, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm just getting the
But
pictures.
they must
on
have
the
something
print.
up there, you mean?
Right now, when I was up there last week, the wall is empty.
Oh,
There must have been something hanging there, because there was like 3 big nail holes. Something had been there that they had removed. I don't know what, but it's a good sized wall. And David Warner and Mr. Kelly are the ones that had asked me if I could do something with that wall, something historic. And then I started thinking, I've taken a load of pictures in this town since especially since I've been on the commission. I mean, all the buildings, some of the old houses, I've got pictures galore. So I went, and I had them in a big notebook at the museum. So I went up there and I told my husband, bring the notebook home, and I must have taken most of the 50 pictures out of that book. You know, different houses. I've even got a nice picture of your,
Fun?
where your sign is, where you sell out front.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a beautiful picture there. So I'm gonna put that in the frame too. So you're gonna be on display. So anyways, yeah, I will, as soon as he gets back to me and lets me know when he's free, because he said he would like to be here when they go up. So, now the other thing, the hot water tank at the museum, I don't know if I had mentioned it to you last month, it was no good. It's been empty of water since 2019. So these last two and a half years hasn't had no water because no Apple Peach. So Leo Cussin, the plumber, I had asked him, do you want to check that hot water tank or can I fill it? He said, when I told him that it had been empty almost 3 years, and it's, when I looked at the date on it, it's 2005.
Usually they're only good for about 8 years or so.
Well, I told her, so he said no. He said, I definitely not put water in it because it's gonna let go. May not let go right then and there, but it's gonna let go. So when he went up there to take a look, I showed him, you know, where the cellar floor is, and then it drops down into the pit area where the furnace is. So that water tank lets go, that water's going down there. And I said, I can't afford to have it go near the furnace. So what he got for us was that, you know, the new units, they call them instant hot water.
Right.
That's what we had put in. And this thing should be more than enough that we need for apple peach in the sink, you know, washing the pans and all that stuff that we have to do. It's all hooked up, and Karen Gannett was able to get the electrician from Old Colony with the 3 kids in this class. They went up there, they did all the wiring for us. It was cheap, and they did it all. So that was good. We saved quite a bit of money. So anyways, that all, the cost of the plumber and the unit and the electrical all went to the budget from the town for that building, the building section. The money came out of there to pay for all of it. So I had enough money in the budget. So that was good. So that was the last big job, because I've already started all the ovens, the stove, the cooler, everything worked. I was even surprised, because it hasn't been started in over 2 years. But they all started up and they were all running. So that's part of the battle right there.
Oh, that's a big part.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we got the hot water. The building account paid for everything for it. And that was it. So that was a big job all done. So right now, that hopefully everything's gonna stay calm and we won't have no other big expenses up there, which right now I don't foresee. Hopefully not. I'm always worried about the cooler, because that cooler's, that's quite a few years already too. You know, we only started up for apple peach. So, but there we are. So that will be it. So anything under any old business or new business you'd like to bring up? Still working with the, which has got some goodies.
No.
Oh, shucks. I should have brought that book in that Eric gave me. He picked up a book for me and he gave it to me, and it shows in there about how years and years ago, probably long before our time, they used to roll the snow and they didn't have plows, and it's in that book. Very interesting book. It's historical. So he picked it up and said, I know you like this kind of stuff. So he said, I picked it up for you.
They rolled the snow?
It rolled the snow. When we go in, I'll show you in the car.
What did they do? Make big snowman out of it?
It looked like, I don't know how they were doing it, because I only glanced at the picture.
Like they roll on?
Roll it, yeah. Instead of plow, they didn't have plows, it was rolled. And I said, really? Yeah, rolled snow. That's how they used to get rid of it years ago. Okay.
It was too deep for the horses, so they had to roll it.
Probably.
Okay.
Okay, don't know. Oh my goodness. Yep, so, still working on, Mendel Road, trying to get that mess cleaned up over there. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the standard times out there this year, because I wanted them to go out there and do a write-up on it. But I can't take anybody out there the way it looks. The kids have never picked up all the branches to get rid of it. I went to see Mr. Kelly a couple of weeks ago, and I said to him, I said, I oversee 3 buildings, and I said, it's a shame that the grass is this high. He said, I know. He said, I heard you've been very upset, because I've been asking Jim. I said, I'm upset. I said, I told Jim, give me the lawnmower and give me the pickup, and I will go over there and cut that grass. Oh, I can't let you do that. I can't let you do that.
You're liability now.
Well, liability. And Jim spoke up and he said, she cuts her own grass, because I've seen her doing it. I said, of course. In fact, I did it today with my husband, and I just about made it. I was in bad shape. My back is no good for nothing. My husband, he's not feeling good at all. So we're out there struggling, trying to cut grass. It's tough to get old. My great-grandson Tyler that lives with me does the back, But we try to struggle doing the front and the sides. But what a job. What a job. So anyways, I've been trying to get the riding lawnmower, because if I could steal that riding lawnmower,
Yeah.
I'd go show them I can cut that grass. I was
And
even,
everything else around.
huh? Yeah, I wish I could snitch a key somewhere.
Now, Pauline, when you finally get the old Perry Hill School straightened out, you gonna put a sign like, was that parting ways over here, or what's your intentions?
Well, I wanted to put a bigger sign, because there is a sign there
Okay,
on corner Perry Hill and Mendel Road. It's a small
yeah.
white sign. I guess Irwin had it done years ago. I know Gary told me that he used to go over there and cut the grass all the time.
Right.
But he said he can't do it anymore. And I
Now,
don't think
what
he's
if that
feeling
happened?
good.
We had a room downstairs when we used to have our meetings
Yeah.
years ago.
Mhm.
There was a file cabinet with stuff. Where is all that stuff?
I've been talking to Pam about that. And you remember that, not the room that we used to have our meeting in, but the room around the corner that used to be locked,
Yeah.
that there was boxes of stuff in there?
Mhm.
Well, she found all those boxes. There's 5 of them, and they are in her safe.
The vault.
Yeah, so what I've got to do is, when they're there in the office, I got to call ahead and like make an appointment. Pam, can I come over and go through those boxes? She said I could do that anytime I want, as long as the office is open. So there's 5 boxes, and I got to find time to go over there and sit down and try to go through. Because I bet you there's pictures in that box
Yeah.
of the school.
I was going to say, Mr. Marks used to put
He
a
used to
lot
keep
of...
everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's when I talked to Pam and I said, we used to have the little room, we used to call it the closet. And I said the cemetery board had a file cabinet in there also with records in there.
Yeah.
And I said there was stuff of ours in there. So she said, well, that room is still there. That room, they never touched that room. I don't know if it's locked. Could be locked. So I would have to see Lisa. And right now, they're so busy upstairs, they don't know if they're coming or going. So I hate to bother them right now, but I gotta ask her if there's a
The
key.
file cabinet must be there, so there might be...
Pam said that room is still there,
Oh.
because she never
Could
took
be stuff
anything
in
out of
that
there.
file cabinet.
Yeah. But I'm thinking in those boxes, because I remember when I first took over, I had gone in that room and I had gone through some of the boxes just to see more or less what was there. In fact, that's where I found the book when they did the survey of the town, all the old houses, that book was in there.
Mhm.
And I took that book home.
Because who was it? Roberta back then was the secretary? And she used to want the key or go in that to put stuff in there.
Yeah, it was Roberta, and then it was, who's that other girl that took over after her? I can't think of her name.
Lillian?
No, no,
No.
not for the historical.
This
Oh,
was the Historical
historical,
Commission. Yeah. Oh, I can't think of her
Think of-
name.
I know Roberta, because we had went out to eat with her when she left.
Yeah.
I can't think who took her place.
Because Roberta is the one that at the museum now, a lot of records I found has got her name on them. And a lot of the items that went into the museum were brought in and signed by her. You know, in that book that we have up there. So, and there's also albums up there, photo albums that Roberta did.
Yeah,
Like
I
of
think
the
she
apple
did
peach
the apple
and everything?
peach. Yeah, she got
Oh
a
my
good-
God.
Yeah.
That's how I found the picture of the sign was in one of those albums. And I took it out and I brought it home, and then we found the sign is still there. How many times I've walked up that walkway to Parting Ways and never noticed that sign. I
guess you
can't
don't
believe
look
it.
around.
I can't believe it. I was shocked myself. But anyways, yeah, gotta see what we can do about that sign. Maybe when I get our new budget, see what it would cost to have that sign refurbished. I could call the guy that,
I can't see why they took it down and put it against the tree.
No, I
don't-
think they took it down when they put the new sign up.
the new
Town-
the
town
reddish
office,
colored sign.
the
Yeah.
Town offices,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But to me, they should have moved it somewhere else.
They should have preserved it. Why didn't they put it inside the garage?
Mm.
I mean, I can't even believe that that sign was so beautiful, and now, in fact, I had asked Jim about it, and he said, when we have a northeaster that lasts us for 3 or 4 days, maybe then I'll have time to let the boys work on it. I said, thanks a lot. You know, they're struggling to cut grass right now, never mind anything else. And it's everything. Well, I was happy anyways. The meeting house, grass was cut. The museum looked halfway decent. You know, they carry a lawnmower, they carry a weed whacker. They do not weed whack. Go by the museum and see what that looks like along the fence. Oh, and that's another thing I gotta do. July 1st, I gotta get a hold of the tree warden, because we've got some trees on the left-hand side, south side, right? Yeah, south side of the building that are coming over Brealey's yard, hanging over the fence. They're broken off or whatever. They're hanging over. There's one in particular that right now it's leaning against a tree on our side. If that thing falls, it's gonna hit the building. I've already talked to the tree warden. He says to me, my budget is out. Call me July 1st. You'll be the first one on the schedule. I said, and you're gonna meet me up there and I'm gonna show you what has to come down, because there's quite a few. And then I noticed on the other side, right at the corner where we have tables set up for apple peach, there's another one. The branch is dead and it's coming over the fence all the way over. It's gonna fall and break off in the area. You know? And it's to get rid of this stuff.
But now, is that that's not on town property, that would be a Brayley's property, right?
But the problem is, it's broken off and it's coming over our side.
As long as he gives you permission to cut, it's fine.
Oh, I don't worry about Mr. Braley.
Yeah.
It's the tree warden said they gotta be on our side. If they're on our side, he can take it down. He can't go on somebody else's property,
Right.
you know? So,
Well, you can't go on somebody else's property without permission.
yeah, well, and with the town, they,
Oh, maybe the liability.
yeah, they
Okay.
won't pay.
Yep.
They won't pay for it, you know? but there's a few of them, I mean, they're broken off and they're really hanging over. I mean, they won't be able to set up anybody along the fence the way it is. I wouldn't take a chance of that coming down, you know? I told her, I said, please, you gotta take care of these trees for me because I don't want it hitting the building, you know? It's gonna cost more money if it hits the building, you know? Oh my God, so there's so much. And then Verizon sent me a letter, I guess I got it Saturday. They're changing the telephone service out that way on on Main Street. I guess between the meeting house, coming down to the museum, and I don't know how much further, but anyways, they're changing it to fiber
optics.
something like that in the letter, and they got to make an appointment to come in the building. And we've got four phones in that building. Second floor, first floor, the basement we got 2. Now those phones were hooked up by Alan Parker, because he worked for the telephone company. I'm already afraid. Well, I have a telephone bill. I pay for a telephone bill, you know, but I don't know how this is going to work out with.
If you've got one line, doesn't matter how many phones you have on it, does it?
Well, you're supposed to pay for the, is it the outlets that they plug into? Because you have I know you had to run wire for the plug.
I'm not sure because you never used to.
You used to pay per line,
Per
or it's a
line.
different number.
Yeah, no, it's all one
But if
number.
it's
That's
one
what we
number, I
started.
would think you could have as many phones as you.
Sure.
I'm just a little nervous about it because that was done by Alan Parker, you know?
Well,
So now,
he should have known what he's doing because he
oh,
worked
he
for telephone.
worked for them for years, yeah.
He probably
So-
just put the wires in to connect it, but that don't matter with the bill.
I don't know, it shouldn't have nothing to do with the bill because I pay, I think like, $60. It runs around $60 a month.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's expensive. And we don't have internet service or anything out there. You know, they had talked about it here in town. They were changing the internet in the buildings. And I know that they had talked to me about it. Bob from Board of Health. He's the one that had mentioned it to me. Because he asked me, he said, what have you got in the museum for internet service? And I said, we don't. I said, we've got a computer, but it's not hooked up to the internet. So he said something about, well, we're working on something in town, and we'll talk to you about it. I don't know if it's something they're going to bring up that we can have there, you know? It'd be nice if that computer was online, but it's not. It's just...
Maybe they're gonna have some type of package deal.
Yeah, town buildings.
Internet, phone, and whatever.
Yeah, the only thing is, I had talked to Ben because of the alarm system, and he told me something about they can't do something. I wrote it down on the paper because he said if they do, the alarm's not going to work.
So the alarm goes to the telephone line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in at the meeting house.
Meeting house has the phone?
It used to have the phone, but now they did away with the phone because, I don't know, it's hooked up a little different than the museum. But it is, I guess, through a phone line. The phone inside the building is not there anymore. Because we used to have a phone there for emergency, where if you ran into a problem, you could call out. But it's not there anymore. I don't even know who took it out of there, but it's not there. So, and I got that's right too, July 7th, I have a lady that's coming down. She does photographs of especially meeting houses, old buildings. And she had called me a while back and asked if there was some way she could get into the meeting house for a few hours that she could photograph inside. So I said, well, no problem as far as I'm concerned. I said, the only thing is, you know, there is an alarm there. You can't go in on your own. we'd have to open up for you, and when you're done, you would have to call, or she could lock the door and not touch the alarm. You would have to put it back on. So she's coming down July 7th, I believe it is. I gotta meet her there to let her in the morning. She's gonna do a lot of photographs. So, but the meeting house is looking good. The only thing is it's gotta be swept up a little bit because no one's been in there for a while, you know. I was gonna ask Mr. Kelly also if we could start using it. If I could do the car show again, you know. Everybody wanted me to do the car show this year. I just can't. I couldn't do it. Too tiring. This is, you know, it's a lot. I go crazy every day. I'm involved between the, not so much with the commission, but the society. We've got a lot of stuff going on right now. We're buying stuff already for Apple Beach. And you gotta get it when it's on sale, because if you don't, the next day it's gone up $1. You know? It's crazy the prices, you know, like the Jiffy Mix and things like that we use. Unbelievable. So we've been buying it as it goes along. You notice the price of coffee?
Everything.
We looked out. We got Maxwell House. The can, Maxwell House, 2 for $6 at Chokey's. So I had Jerry buy them, and I should have gotten 2 more for regular, and I didn't do it. And now it's up to $4.19 a can. So I'm waiting to see if they come on sale again so I can grab the rest. But everything's gone up. The price of oil, eggs and milk. Oh, it's going to be tough this year. It's going to be really.
Everything.
We're going to raise our price. That's all there is to it.
Well,
You know, you got to do it.
you have to. It's like anything else in the supply chain.
Yeah.
I mean, the cost comes to you. You got to pass it on.
You got to.
If the customer wants it, they'll buy it. If they don't want it or can't afford it, they won't buy it. But
Yeah,
it's,
I know.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, we can't take a hit on all the ingredients that we have to buy. We're not going to make nothing.
No.
It's not worth.
Why do it if you're not making anything?
And you know, the electric bill alone, because that whole week, the week before Apple Peach, right through to that Sunday, that cooler is running that whole week, and that's chewing up some electric.
Yeah.
Usually the Sue Picard's usually pretty good, because she'll help me out with the electric bill. Go by what I was paying before and what we paid that week, especially that 1 week. And they help us out with some of the money, you know. But, you know, it's a lot of stuff. I got the ovens, that's all electric. We have no gas up there. And
You don't have bottled gas at the museum? No.
No. Oil heat for the furnace.
Right, yeah.
And all the stoves are all electric. And the cooler electric.
Wow.
I know. But we try. I mean, the
But
oil.
As of right now, I don't know what's cheaper, the bottled gas or the electric,
Well-
because the bottled gas is like gasoline.
Yeah.
It's petroleum based. So.
They delivered me bottled gas last week because I have a 100-gallon cylinder outside
Yeah.
just for hot water. And they came in January. Now we came in June. The bill was $260 for bottle gas. And the last oil delivery I got was I think it was $3.99 a gallon, $4 a gallon.
I just called today, five something.
Oh, that's what they've been telling me. And they say it's going to get worse. What are we going to do in the fall when we need it?
Yeah.
Around Christmas
Well,
time.
hopefully by Labor Day it calms down.
I hope so.
The gasoline usually does, but this year is
Oh no.
a different story.
Yeah. Everything's out of whack. Really out of whack. But anyway, so our next meeting will be July 19th. Okay.
That is a Tuesday, right, Pauline?
I hope so. It should be the third Tuesday.
Okay.
It should be. Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn?
Make the motion.
I'll second the
Second.
motion.
Okay, we are adjourned.